Hi, my name is Chani and I'll be participant in this recording. I understand the purpose and use of this recording and I'm participating willingly.
Hi, my name is Anup, a student with Upskill. I'm recording this video or audio for my Upskill course and understand it will be viewed by Upskill staff and may also be viewed by regulatory staff. I'm willing to participate for this recording. Thank you.
Hello Anup, nice to meet you again. How have you been?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
We have come this so far. I have emailed all the staff about the implementation of the emerging technologies and everyone seems to be excited and happy.
Well, that's a good news since we have an agreement and full support from all our staff, and implementation will be very easy. So I have created some strategic plan to implement these technology into our company.
Well, let's hear the plans.
So I've broken down the implementation process into few steps. So I'll describe you stepwise.
Yeah.
So I'll start now, and it starts from the requirement stage. So in this stage, we have we will be creating separate team for specific tasks, and I've divided each team for each task. For example, I've one team for the 3 emerging technology that we'll be using, and one testing team, and of course the risk analysis team as well, so that we can eliminate all the risk factors. So we have a selected suitable development platform and build culture of experimentation. We will gather as much information as we can, all the crucial information, and sorting and filtering it out and providing out the different team and different individuals who are involved in this project so they can build the system. We will encourage all the staff to have a good communication as it helps to increase cooperation across teams throughout the life cycle of implementation process. So we will need to outsource few development process in case we have a problem or in case our staff will come across few difficulties in developing the system. We'll need to make sure our implementation plan is success. We require more effort than just setting it up and letting it run. We might need to hire few new professional staff with attracting talent and experience in this field. So next one is design phase. As we have gathered all the required information, we'll move into design phase, and in this phase we'll elaborate on those requirements and start to determine how we are going to satisfy and fulfill those requirements that we have collected. And next one is configuration of the system or actual construction of the system. Our team will start to build or development of actual system after all the information and data we have gathered and design has been finalized. So next one, after all the design has been finalized and we have developed a system, we'll test the system after that. So in this testing phase, we have our testing team who will then test the actual system and capture test cases, result scenario to make sure the system has been configured to meet business requirement. If the requirement is not met, we will go back and rework on the cycle again. We take the output of the testing and go back and modify requirement because they aren't accurate. They were incomplete. We were missing something. Then we repeat the cycle until and unless accurate requirement to implement this merging technology is met. And the last one is, after all that, we have to train the personnel who will be using the systems. So we'll focus in training need of our staff who will be using the system after implementation so they can use the system flawlessly without having any troubles or difficulties. As our system will be simple and more user-friendly, it will speed up all the required staff training. Even the staff without IT knowledge or background will find it easy to train and use the system. That's my target. So the last one is operation stage, and in this stage I will tell you briefly how it works. Okay, so how the system works is, so after the system is finalized, our staff will use augmented reality technology to test and run hardware management, maintenance, and other company related work in a visually and virtually stimulated work like I've described in our first meeting. And the artificial intelligence that we have implemented in our system will guide our staff on how to use the AR or augmented reality system properly on more user-friendly way. Same with the customer or our clients. We will create systems where our client will get to use and feel how their end product will look. They can virtually experience their product via augmented reality technology like a computer game, and then artificial intelligence will again guide them on how to use the AR system to our client, so our client will not face any difficulties while using it. And finally, we will be using AWS from Amazon to store all our data and information for serverless computing. And I would like to conclude this, like, within any project lifecycle, things are really still. So in the business world, things can change quickly. So we need to accommodate changes in various stages of implementation cycle. If needed, we'll do that. So that's not a hassle.
I'm sure there is a high risk associated with a project like this. Have you thought of any plans and idea to eliminate the possible risks that we might face during or after the implementation process?
It's obvious that the larger project like this carries higher chances of risks and failure. So here are some of the risks that we might have to tackle in future. Number one, like, it is very difficult to remove anything from internet completely, and thus once an idea is online, it can usually be traced back to you. And number two, use of emerging technology can lead to identity theft if the user does not protect their virtual images, and it can take away the personal aspects of life, especially if learning is done online. So don't worry about that. I have few methods to mitigate all the risks that we are gonna face. I'll explain to you in the following steps. So we're going to monitor the risk. The first step, we may have enough time to monitor the risks to see if it will go away. The project manager will create a risk plan in the future if it's likely to return. And the following step is avoid the risk as much as we can. Like, we may be able to isolate and avoid the condition that we are causing the risk. That is causing the risk. For instance, if a part of a project has high risks associated with it, we can eliminate that entire piece of project which carries the risk. Next one is move the risks. Like, if the risk factor is too high, we will outsource the risky activity to the third party. We will not be performing that project. Instead, we'll handle that part. Hand that part to the third party so they can handle, and their expertise can manage that risk. And last one is mitigate the risks. In the most cases, this is an approach we can take to eliminate or minimize the risk.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
Yeah.
After the implementation of these technology into our system, how can our company benefit from it?
Actually, it helps in management, which in turn affects the operation, productivity, profitability, and sustainability of our business. Technology makes it easier for companies to record and store their data, reducing manual labor and error. I will explain you few benefits, like, briefly. Automation and productivity. It helps our company to compete with other companies by being more swift and agile and responding to changes faster. Implementing emerging technologies can improve our company's efficiency and decrease human error by developing automated process. We can focus on overall business strategy, and our employees are free to work on other things, important things, while our AI or computer runs the necessary report, creates queries, and tracks projects. This leads to one of the biggest benefit of automation and technology in the business and productivity. And likewise, next benefit is reliable storage. Like I said, serverless computing provide an easy and reliable data storage that protect the company's valuable records while minimizing the need for server upkeep, because you are distributing the load across the several power servers. It can do the heavy lifting, meaning you don't need to worry much on individual computer specification or server crashes, which most cloud plans you only pay for the data that you use, so you don't have to pay extra data or you don't need to spend any extra on the rest of the remaining data. Yes, this will overall reduce the cost of our business. Next one is information protection. Unsecured data can ruin companies' competitive position and reputation and cost them thousands and millions of dollars. Storage systems such as virtual vaults or cloud storage like Dropbox, can keep company information safe by only allowing certain users within your company to access, withdraw, add, and change their documents. This reduces the potential of hacks, sabotage, and espionage. Lastly, not the least, financial saving. Increase in productivity allow companies to do more in fewer workers, reducing payrolls, costs normally spent. Advances in communication can reduce travel costs. Data storage can reduce warehousing, also maintenance costs.
Has other companies adopted these technologies?
Yes, more than half of the companies are already working on it. Some have reached trial phase, while some of the company are already on the final stage or has already been running the technology.
Yeah.
It's
No wonder we started losing our customers slowly, as
Yes.
others have already adopted these technologies. So let's not delay, and we should start working on it as soon as possible. And by the way, I really like your plan and the way of
Thank
handling
you.
the risks we face it. Thank you very much for working hard and handling the risks we have faced it. I really appreciate the time, effort, and work you put into this project. I'm very excited to implement this in our company, and I'm sure our company will get benefit from this project and all of our other staffs. So without further delay, let's get started soon.
Thank you for your compliment. I got all the required team and resources ready. We will get to work on Monday next week after this weekend, and I'll try my best to make our company more innovative and best among our competitors by implementing these emerging technologies. Thank you and have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.